Hello, good morning, everyone. Bonjour, bonjour. It's really wonderful to be here, and I just want to say that SAC, the South Asian Autism Awareness Center, is a very, very special organization, and I want to congratulate you on your first ever conference. It's fabulous. Before I begin, I want to just acknowledge that Scarborough is located on the traditional territories of Indigenous people, dating back countless generations, and I just want to show respect for their contributions and recognize that the role of treaties in Ontario, because they're still relevant to all of us today. It's probably me. I'll try not to touch that again. I want to say thank you to Geetha. I don't know where Geetha is. There you are. Geetha, thank you for inviting me, and when you invited me, there was no question that I had to be here today and throughout the weekend to participate with this organization and the great work that you're doing in the community. We've known each other for some time, and from the first time we met, we just clicked, and your cause became my cause, and so I'm really happy to know you and to see the work that you're doing, but also how this organization is growing and flourishing as it should. So thank you so much for all the work that you do. And I want to say thank you to the board of directors, and it's such a great board, very hands-on. Every time I attend anything, everyone is together, everyone is clear and very focused on the goal. Organizations like this really depend on great leadership, and I just want to say thank you to the board and to all of the fabulous staff and volunteers. Wonderful, wonderful staff. I was tempted to hire one of your staff, but I didn't. I did not. I resisted the temptation because this organization needs everyone supporting it and working together. So we know that that staff does amazing work, and the families that you work with in this community are so grateful, because I see the families in and around Scarborough when I'm out and about in the community, and they value the work of this organization. I think one of the reasons for that is that you make people feel comfortable. You make them feel safe and included, and that's very powerful. It is very powerful, and I know this because every time I participate in anything at SAC, in fact, I go away feeling uplifted. It just feels like there is hope, there's wonderful things that are happening in our world. And those of you who know me, you know that I'm a pretty busy person, because I post a lot of what I do on social media. And every Friday, I post a piece of artwork, largely from SAC, on my Twitter feed and Facebook and Instagram, right, Priyanka? It goes on Instagram. That's new for us in the office. And I do this for a couple of reasons. First, because of the amazing work and talent of the artists who are part of the SAC community. Sometimes I look at that and it's just like, wow. So that's really the first reason. But also, I believe that it helps to fight misconceptions about kids with autism and their capabilities and what they're able to contribute. And it's a small gesture, but it's one that I do persistently to remind all of us. And I also have to say, it's just nice to have something on Facebook and on Twitter that's kind. So I also am making that statement as well. You're helping to shape the conversation that's happening around autism, and the conversation that needs to happen about full inclusion in our society. And it's a conversation that touches a lot of people. About 100,000 people living in Ontario are affected with ASD. So I was so pleased last year when the Honourable Minister Koto and I had a chance to come by SAC and to announce to this very deserving organization that the Ministry of Children and Youth Services was contributing over $500,000 towards your work. And this funding is going towards counseling, workshops, and peer support groups related to ASD. And it's over 2 years. So there's time for you to really build the capacity within the organization. And this is on top of the over $23,000 that the government already invests in SAC to help with the activities of people living in the community of Scarborough. And combined, it's one of our largest investments in Ontario to support the work of organizations. But as every parent knows, money is only one piece of the puzzle. You also need more flexible services based on the unique needs of your child. So last year, we also rolled out a new autism program for the province, with a focus on reducing wait lists and the wait times to access care, improving access to supports, and helping students to transition into and continue on in school. So I want to say thank you to SAC for all of the help that you're doing with families in this community. You are a unique partner. You're a unique organization because you don't just have a lens as parents and supporters, you also bring a valuable cultural perspective. When I was the parliamentary assistant to the Minister of Community and Social Services, one of my first tasks was to tour the province to help to lead a conversation on developmental disabilities and dual diagnoses. And we had many meetings. And I have to say, the autism community came out to everyone with all of the stories from the families, with children themselves telling their own stories. But what I noticed, that we lacked a diversity of voice. I really noticed that because I was looking for that. And I felt that there was a missing voice of the many diverse cultural communities in our province because their children also face the same challenges. And if we as governments don't hear from the unique needs of the various communities, how can we shape good policy and respond? So I want to say that we need you. We need to hear your voice. We need to hear the challenges that you're facing uniquely, and we're listening. So thank you so much. Thank you for the cultural perspective that you bring, but most importantly, thank you for the care that you give to this work for the families and for the children with ASD. You know, growing up in Scarborough, I know that the South Asian community is such a vibrant part of our community. So it's very good that our families have this organization to support the work of and the unique needs of everyone who faces this challenge. You are a reminder that when people come together to support each other and build community, amazing things happen. I want to leave you with an African proverb. And it says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And I think that that's what this is about. This is about us working together on behalf of people who need us to. So thank you so much. I hope that you will continue to thrive and flourish in your work in Scarborough and beyond. Thank you. Merci. Miigwech.